The Coin Lady channel is pleased to have you back. You guys have to give props to Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse for being so forthright, especially in light of the recent dismissal of the lawsuits against him and Chris Larsen and the newfound clarity surrounding XRP. The SEC versus Ripple case is still ongoing, but at least we're past the remedies phase and should see a resolution to it in the coming months. The fact that Ripple still hasn't figured it out is part of what makes the situation so intriguing. Yep. Those who owned XRP were ecstatic. We weren't entangled with Ripple, thus we were free. Despite this, Ripple is still demanding that the Biden administration fire Gary Gensler. On a day that is full with intrigue, this takes place. This is due to the fact that a crypto-friendly measure meant to abolish certain ridiculous regulations put in place by the SEC was vetoed by the Biden administration at 5 o'clock on a Friday, when no one is paying attention. Therefore, I will bring you all up to date. I should preface this by saying that I come from absolutely no financial background. Do not take my financial advice as gospel. Also, you shouldn't base any purchases or sales on what I say, right? Making movies on YouTube regarding cryptocurrency is something I like doing for fun and as a pastime. I'm just an enthusiast. The chief executive officer of Ripple, Brad Garlin, shared a story from the block in an early morning post. Biden campaign's unexpected turn in tone sees increased outreach to cryptocurrency business, according to the headline. And folks, I've made several comments about this in the past few weeks, because, for the past 2 weeks, there has been a complete change in tone. This administration has been totally against crypto for the years leading up to this point, but now they're talking differently and forming connections with people in the crypto industry. Obviously, Avi and Brad Garland's residence would be appreciated by anybody. Is it genuine now? Could this whole administration be putting on an act to keep the voters from defecting? Then it's likely that it's too late. Whatever the case may be, we will delve further into that topic in a moment. However, while telling that story, Brad Garlinghouse said the following. He argued that the Biden administration should remove Gary Gensler from office immediately if they are serious about making a change and listening to the crypto electorate. I really like how Brad Garlinghouse's tone changed because, in the beginning, I don't know if you remember, when Gary Gensler was either before he was even nominated or immediately after. Even as the SEC Syria, he wasn't officially recognized. I believe it was professionally appropriate for Brad Garlinghouse to express hope in public speeches. The lawsuit had already been dismissed, of course. If you can get along with the new hire, that's a given. That makes perfect sense in context, but it's hilarious to watch how Gary Gensler has proven to be crypto's worst nightmare, his complete change of speech from Brad, his apparent assurance that it's fine to do, and his correctness. There is now apparent legal clarity thanks to the dismissal of the allegations against them and XRP. Okay, I'll go over a few of these points. After that, we'll talk about how they veto this pro-crypto repeal of what the SEC had earlier tonight at 5 p.m. on a stinking Friday. Ed then released it, which is a bit deceitful. The point is that you have to grasp that. It's Friday at 5 o'clock, and everyone is packing up for the weekend. They won't be keeping up with the news as closely. This news cycle isn't like the usual Monday through Friday one because, when the weekend comes to a close, it just stays there and, fingers crossed, drops this bomb and nobody notices, right? Well, I'm not sure that will work, because crypto folks are quite aware of everything that's happening. To me, it's absolutely astounding. This initial piece suddenly reads like this. This is hilarious, because it appears to be nothing more than a collection of hypocritical efforts to curry favor with crypto investors in exchange for their votes. I see. This is the result of his actions. In this way, the narratives, members of the cryptocurrency business have been contacted by President Joe Biden's re-election campaign, who are looking for advice on the future of the crypto community and crypto policy. The block was informed by sources with first-hand knowledge of the situation. According to many people who requested anonymity due to the sensitive nature of the ongoing conversations, Biden's previous dispassionate dealings with the sector have marked a marked departure from this outreach. This outreach initiative, which began approximately 2 weeks ago, is part of Biden's team's growing awareness of the potential influence of cryptocurrency on the presidential election, which is shaping up to be very close. People, this is exactly what I've been stating for the longest dang time, according to sources who told the block. In my opinion, the contest between Biden and Trump is going to be quite close on election day. If I were to guess for the sake of argument, it would be it. There is a group of people who are in favor of cryptocurrency, but no group of people who are against it. According to what I've been arguing, the Biden administration has been politically unwise by trying to appease a group of people that do not exist. It's completely ridiculous. It seems like it's too late now that they're coming to that realization, doesn't it? Up to this point, it has taken a beating. Peace remains, I suppose. Many crypto specialists, including prominent figures in the field, have been contacted by the re-election campaign as part of their outreach efforts. According to one set of sources, Biden had already been rejected. Requests for comment made by the blocks outside of usual business hours did not immediately receive a response from the Biden campaign. Digital assets are now actively involved in the campaign. Crypto activists have recently spoken out against the Biden administration's intentions to reject the repeal of SAP 121, a contentious piece of legislation that has been criticized for its ability to discourage financial institutions from offering custody services for crypto assets. This comes soon after the announcement of the experts. What you see on your screen at the moment is what I've highlighted before. At the very bottom, you can see the current date, May 8, regarding the SABA 121, HJ Res 109 would be offered to the president. A veto from him would be the result. Therefore, he has previously assured you that he will carry out that pledge. And then the events that followed immediately thereafter. The next step was for the House to approve a measure to repeal SB 121. The majority of Democrats may not be in favor of cryptocurrency, but enough broke with party ideology to ensure its passage through the House and, later, the Senate. Since Biden had already set his foot down on this, I don't think he was prepared for that aspect to happen. He was surprised that it passed both the House and the Senate on May 8. So, I'm assuming that once I have these people act, they will realize, they're starting to see the political winds clearly now, that we need to pander. We must appease the crypto community, especially those who enjoy impersonating internet administrators. We need to compromise. As a result, I find myself wondering about SAP 121. Over the past few weeks, I've been wondering aloud whether he will actually veto this measure. Reason being, I was of the opinion that it should remain on the table. To be honest, I have my doubts about his commitment to seeing this through, since it effectively puts his foot in his mouth. In any case, the article goes on to suggest that the shift in tone is a result of former President Trump's recent pro-crypto and anti-CBDC comments at the 2024 Libertarian National Convention, as well as the Trump campaign's May 21 declaration that it will take cryptocurrency donations. Thus, that is undeniably accurate. Since it's a losing proposition not to, Trump has made it quite apparent that he will certainly embrace crypto. Very well. What happened, though, is that just this morning Brad Garlinghouse said, "Hey, Biden administration, if you're really serious about this, let's change the course." This was a signal to prominent figures in the cryptocurrency industry and other stakeholders that the administration was taking the matter seriously. According to what Brad Garlinghouse suggested earlier today, you should get rid of gains. The video concludes with that. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Coming up shortly, farewell.